guys, it's Senay and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a first impressions and review video on a very new foundation to me. I'm not sure how long this has been on the market for, but I just picked it up yesterday from Mecca Maxima. So the foundation I'm going to be trying out today is the Surratt Surreal Skin Foundation Wand, and this is the packaging right here. So the color I chose was 04. I'm hoping it will match kind of like my fake tan. This is what the foundation looks like. It's very long in packaging, so you just open it up and it actually does have an inbuilt brush in the foundation, and then you just kind of press this and it dispenses out from here. I've never used anything like this before in my life and it was very expensive. So this foundation retails for $94, I'm pretty sure, here in Australia anyway. This is the most amount of money I've ever spent on a foundation in my life, so I'm hoping that this foundation is going to be very good. So I have brought up some information on my computer just so I can read it out and tell you a little bit about the foundation. So it says, simplify your beauty regime with this innovative complexion product that combines a soft focus primer, a self-setting long-wearing foundation, and buffing complexion brush in one easy wand. So when I was in there, the woman did tell me there is a primer inbuilt in this kind of foundation, so I think I'm not going to use a primer today. I just want to see how this holds up on its own. It also says this is an oil-free formulation, melts into the skin seamlessly, minimizing the appearance of pores and fine lines and offering undetectable medium to full coverage with a satin finish. The convenient one makes for effortless application and is perfect for touch-ups on the go. There are quite a lot of large claims with this foundation in terms of hiding the appearance of pores and fine lines. It's long lasting, it's oil free, apparently it's got a primer in it, so I'm really curious to see how this goes today. I'm so excited to try it out. So I did moisturize earlier, so I'm not going to prime my face today. Usually I do prime kind of like one half of my face, but I think I'm not going to do that today and just see how this holds up on its own. So let's start pumping this out. I'm scared. Oh, I see something. So you can see the foundation is just coming out. When I was in store picking my color, it was really difficult because I felt like this one was a little bit too light for my fake tan, but then the next color was really dark. So I'm hoping this will match. If not, I guess it's better to have a lighter foundation than a darker one because I can always kind of bronze my face a little bit. I'm going to dot this on this half of my face. I think it's going to be a little bit light, to be honest. I'm going to start using the brush on this side, and then I think I'll use the beauty blender on the other side of my face. So I'm not sure about the brush on the foundation. It's just really small and I feel like it'll take a really long time to blend out. I feel like it's making the foundation look a little streaky as well. We're going to have to bronze up today. It was so hard because the color that was in between the one that was too light and too dark was really pink, and I was just like, I wear fake tan all the time and my fake tan's very yellow tone, so I can't really get that one. I think I've come to the conclusion I don't really like this brush. Like, it's just takes really long to blend out. Foundation is quite nice though. I feel like it's a medium coverage, but we will see if we can build it up later. But I do like the finish of it. Okay, so I think I'm just going to pump it out and I'm going to use my beauty blender. I just feel like this is taking really long. It definitely looks better with the beauty blender. I feel like it's so much more smoother. I'm just going to put some more on my redness to see if I can cover that up. So this is what the foundation looks like on my skin. I did use about 2 layers, I would say. I didn't really cover my under eye circles just because I will be using some concealer. It didn't really cover up my redness right here where I've got some pimples, but everywhere else looks really nice. I also forgot to mention that my skin type is combination, so everywhere else is quite normal, but my T-zone can get quite oily, and I feel like my skin has also gotten a little bit oilier recently. Just because we've started summer here in Australia, it is hot, so I just feel like my skin is a little bit oilier, so please keep that in mind. I would say this foundation is definitely a medium coverage and you can build it up a little bit more. I wouldn't say it's completely full coverage, but it's definitely in that in-between area. So you can build it up, but I will still be concealing like my under eyes and also the redness on my face. I will do a flash test later in the day so you can see if this foundation has flashback. I don't think it said anywhere it had SPF in it, so I'm hoping that this foundation will look really good in photography. The foundation foundation has definitely oxidized since it's been on my skin. It was really light when I first put it on, but I feel like it's starting to slowly match my neck a little bit better, but now I feel like I can definitely bronze to make it match. Before I was like, I think this might be way too light, but now it's kind of settled into my skin. It's gotten a little bit darker, which is good. So I think I'm going to finish off the rest of my makeup, do my concealer, powder, all that kind of stuff, and then I'll come back and check in with you guys. I forgot to mention it's currently 12 p.m. at the moment, so I did start this first impressions a little bit late, but I will be wearing this probably late into tonight. It is Sunday night, but I will probably wear it till at least 9 o'clock tonight, and then I'll wash it off. So I did start doing my concealer, and then I just realized I wanted to zoom you guys in so you could see kind of the texture of my skin with just the foundation. So we'll get up close and personal. Don't mind this concealer that's under my eyes. I haven't even blended it out yet, but I did want to just show you what my skin looked like just with the foundation. I feel like it looks really nice on my nose, and it definitely has kind of hidden the pores on my nose because usually they're quite big, but I feel like it's definitely blurred it out. I feel like it didn't really go on evenly on my nose. As you can see, there's like redness around here, but it did go on really good kind of around here, but around here it just looks like a bit patchy to me. I can see that it's already creasing around my mouth, so maybe use the foundation sparingly around those areas just because I feel like this will definitely crease throughout the day. The foundation doesn't feel completely light. It actually feels a little bit heavy on my skin, to be honest. That's what it looks like. There's all my redness that it didn't cover, but I felt like it definitely went over like my forehead and my nose really well. It went over really smoothly, even around here. Okay, now that I've showed you my face, I'm going to get back into doing my makeup.
Till I get up, time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow.
Okay, so I'm back with an update on the foundation. It's currently only 1:30 p.m, so it hasn't been that long, but I wanted to do an update now just because I'm going to leave the house very soon, and I thought maybe I'll just check in now and then I'll check in later this afternoon and then maybe again tonight. So you can see that the foundation actually matches my fake tan quite well. I'm actually really happy with how it's looking. So when I was doing my makeup, I ended up using the Savy pressed powder. This one's in the color Sand Beige, and it's like a really good tan color. So I felt like it actually darkened up my foundation a little bit, which really helped because it just completely matches now. So overall, I'm really liking the foundation at the moment. It's super smooth. I love the coverage of it. Even though it wasn't full coverage, you can definitely spot conceal if you do have any blemishes, but it just is sitting so smoothly on my skin. I really like how it's sitting around here. A lot of the time I will get patchiness right here, or it will tend to wear off the quickest here, but it's really smooth. Even around my nose, like right here, it's not accentuating any pores at all. So I've just zoomed you guys in just to show you how smooth my skin looks. I can't see like any pores. It's so smooth. So I am ridiculously happy with this foundation in terms of how smooth it's gone over my nose and right here where I do have the biggest pores. And keep in mind, I have not used a primer. I have not primed my face at all, and it's so smooth on my face. So I think that's my favorite thing about the foundation at the moment, is it's just so smooth. I just don't know how to explain it. This is honestly probably the most flawless looking foundation I've ever worn, especially without a primer. I just can't believe how untextured my nose looks today. It's ridiculous. Usually my nose is very textured. It doesn't go over smoothly. You can see my pores. Even when I do use a primer, you can see my pores, but this one has literally blurred them out exactly like what it did claim on the bottle. I know this foundation is quite pricey, but if you feel very insecure about your pores and stuff like that, definitely give this foundation a go. Honestly, I'm really impressed, and that's not me talking it up. Like, I'm really happy with this foundation at the moment. So we do have to remember I've only had this foundation on for an hour and a half, so it hasn't been that long. So I'm going to go about my day. I'm going to go to the beach right now. It's very hot outside, very humid. So this will be a good test for the foundation to see how long it lasts, if I go really oily or whatnot, just because I do have combination skin. I'm going to go now and I'll check in with you guys maybe later tonight, whether it be 5, 6 o'clock. I don't know when I'm getting home, but let's see how this foundation goes. So my update on the foundation is it's looking quite good. It hasn't fallen into any of my pores at all. It's still very, very smooth. It has creased a little bit around my mouth, which honestly is very normal for me. With any foundation I use, it always does crease around the mouth area. It hasn't creased severely, but it has creased a little bit. I am a little bit shiny on the T-zone area. I will blot my face and see if any kind of transfers off. I'm just going to take a tissue and break it in half. It's so hot in here. The cooler's on, but it's not really helping at all. So I've got a little bit of tissue, so I'm just going to blot around my nose. It's not really shiny anywhere else except around the nose area. It's kind of melted off around my nostrils as well. So it has creased a little bit right here, but nothing too bad at all. A little bit up here. It's kind of melted around my nose as well. So the foundation has transferred a little bit, nothing too crazy. In my forehead, it hasn't really fallen into any of the lines in my forehead. It's completely smooth as well. I'm just going to take a little bit of my powder and see what difference that makes. I'm just going to put it right here. Honestly, the foundation hasn't really changed at all. It's worn very well so far, but I will wear it for a few more hours. I think I will wear it until at least 9 o'clock tonight and then give you like my final update on it. I did take pictures with flash and it actually looked quite good with the flash on. I think I did prefer it with the flash off though. You can tell kind of where my foundation is when I've put the flash on, but that could totally be the powders that I've used on my face as well. So the foundation doesn't claim to have any SPF in it, so I think it would be pretty camera safe in terms of taking pictures. When I take pictures with this camera, they always look flawless, but when I do use my other cameras, they're not as nice. I feel like maybe because this one's made for taking very high definition pictures, so it doesn't really leave a flashback when I take it with this one. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say at the moment. I feel like I'm rambling, so I'll come back in a few hours and let you know how I'm going. Okay, so I'm back. It's currently 9 p.m. at the moment. I just kind of want to take my makeup off and hop into bed, so I thought I would do my last update now. Even though I did powder a few hours ago, I feel like it still transfers a little bit around my nose, but it's nothing too bad. It just has worn off kind of around here. So overall with this foundation, I don't think I really did like the brush attached to it. I think it's a cool concept, but I don't really feel like it's needed. I felt like it applied much better with a sponge than this brush right here. I felt like it made the foundation look a little bit streaky, and I just honestly preferred my beauty blender over this. If you are on the go, it probably is a good thing, so I guess it's personal preference with having the brush on this foundation. Also with the brush, I feel like it could get a little bit dirty and gunky, so you will need to obviously wash the brush. I just feel like because it's coming out right from the middle, it might be a little bit hard to clean. So I don't know, I feel like it would be much better without the brush, to be honest. So earlier when I was reading out the claims and it said it was like a self-setting foundation, I didn't really feel like it did set on my skin. It did feel a little bit tacky. So I definitely felt like I needed to set my face with the powder. And if I didn't, I feel like it wouldn't have lasted as long on my skin, especially since it is still transferring around my nose. So overall, I did really like the foundation. I think it's a beautiful foundation. It sat really well on my skin. It was very smooth. It didn't fall into any of my pores, especially without a primer. Really liked that about the foundation. But is this foundation worth $94? I don't think so, to be honest. I don't think I would ever probably repurchase it. It's beautiful, it works, it stayed on my skin, it was very smooth, but I don't think it's a holy grail foundation for me, and I don't think I'd go out of my way to spend $94 again on it. I definitely think there's better foundations out there for a cheaper price. So anyway guys, that's pretty much all I have to say about the foundation. If you do have any questions, please leave them down below and I will be happy to answer them. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up for me because it does help me out heaps, and all my social networks are linked down below. So my Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and I can't remember the last one, my Twitter. That's it. And I'll see you guys really soon in my next video. Bye.
Got nothing left to say, and I was like, eh, eh, eh.